Hello, winners, and welcome to Two for the Win with your hosts, Nick and Will, where we share international insights, perspectives, and a little levity on things such as leadership and mindset with Monday Mindset, travel and the travel business with Wanderlust Wednesday, and sports on Fanatic Friday. You can count on each episode being approximately 20 to 30 minutes in length, so you can plan accordingly. And please make sure you subscribe, share, and follow Two for the Win so you know when our episodes drop. And spread the word. You know, if you're finding use and enjoyment out of this, please let others know so that they can have the same opportunity. And last, certainly not least, we want to thank our today's sponsor, Nick Menard and Associates with Dream Vacations. Thank you, Nick Menard.
You're welcome. Hello, winners.
So out of the sponsorship, I think I'm going to be able to get some mulled wine. And you want to know something about mulled wine? Much better on a ship, because when I'm in Bavaria and I get my gloves blown off and the mulled wine isn't warm enough to keep me warm, so it's much easier on the ship that you got the wind blocking.
True. That's a good way to see things.
And there's a reason why I mentioned mulled wine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, today's topic, so we're a week before Christmas for those who celebrate. Holiday season, if you don't celebrate actual Christmas, it's still a festive time of year, and also a very capitalistic time of year. Spend on money. But today, our winners, listeners, I am excited. We are going to chat about river cruising for the Christmas markets in Europe. So just imagine drifting past storybook villages, dusted in snow, twinkling lights, reflecting off the water, stepping straight off the ship into a bustling Christmas market where the air smells of roasted chestnuts, gingerbread, and perhaps mulled wine. Just phenomenal. So very excited to talk about today's topic. Your thoughts, my friend?
My thought is, I was thinking what kind of music we can put on this start of the topic when you talk like that.
I know.
I can hear a little music. Now, Christmas market, for those who never did it, I know we mentioned that during the river cruise episode we had talking in large, but Christmas market is probably my favorite river cruising possibility. I mean, that I personally did already. That's probably my favorite river cruising, because how much I hate cold. This is probably the most gorgeous time of the year when it comes to lightning, all the things that you have, the music, the atmosphere. You just need to wrap up a lot of clothes on you because it's cold as hell.
Layers
and layers. But it's such a great time of the year to spend time with family, friends, and river cruising is no different. So the beauty of that, a lot of people, when I was living in Belgium, Belgium have one of the most famous Christmas market, a couple of them. So I used to go. But there's a thing in Europe where people want to scratch, check mark Christmas markets around the country, around the neighborhood countries. So in Belgium, you have Holland, Germany, Luxembourg, and France around, and Switzerland is just very close as well. So those are the best places for Christmas markets. So we were very lucky. I've been to a lot, not all. But the best way to experience Christmas market when you live in the United States, it's definitely through cruising. Why? Because they literally stop you exactly at the place you need to go to the Christmas market. You just spend a couple of hours, 3 hours. You have something very local to eat and drink. And then you go back on the ship, and then they bring you to the next one, and then you go to another one. But it allows you to see different Christmas market, around different countries in one sitting. So literally in a week and a half, 10 to 2 weeks, you can see major ones in Europe, which is pretty phenomenal. Mm-hmm. So usually you can start, the starting point doesn't really matter, but you go from France to Germany, sometimes Switzerland, and then you Belgium, Holland, and usually you end in London. Mm-hmm. So you're able to really connect with different specific countries. Germany are very known for that, of course. You just have to, we're going to make sure to put a picture, also maybe a video, but definitely a picture of one that is in my mind from Munich. This is just mind blowing. The Christmas market there.
Yeah.
You see an image, you think it's photoshops. You
Right.
see if it's photoshopped.
Yeah.
So this is very specific. But when you have an like a drone kind of view of this, it seems unreal, and it's real. But the kind of thing you drink, you eat, like in US, the only thing that is different during this period of year is eggnog, and I love eggnog.
Yeah.
But in Belgium and in Europe in general, during Christmas market, you have those drinks that are only there for a month, and those are phenomenal. You can never find them outside this time of the year. So usually it starts begin December 2nd to 7th, and then it ends the day of Christmas market. Then after that, it's very hard to find anything open. So it's a short period of time. So that being said, I know we mentioned that during the previous episode, but next year Christmas market, you still have opportunity to have some availabilities, not for groups, but for individuals or families. And otherwise, you have to wait 2026. So the reason why we wanted to talk about it today is because we are close to Christmas, so we are in the Christmas spirit, but also because this is a great time to catch the last few staterooms that are available for next year in 2025. Or if you are a planner and you want specific stateroom and numbers and specific place on the ship, well, great time to schedule your 2026 and log that in.
Yeah, it's kind of mind-blowing to think that you have to be at least a year, if not 2 years in advance to plan these. But with some of the vendors, and again, there's several different vendors, but like one that I know you love and I'm learning to love as I learn this business is Ama Waterways. And she mentioned, we referenced it in the last episode, and you mentioned again today, they only have about 15-20% of the rooms left for December 2025. Wow. So, if you're thinking, I know a lot of people are probably doing last minute shopping. If you're like me, you're still thinking about some last minute gifts. Well, you could get ahead of next year's gift giving, if you so wish, and book your holiday cruise with Nick Menard and Associates Dream Vacations. Get that river cruise in the Christmas market. I'm glad you brought up Munich because that was one I experienced 2 years ago. Now, I didn't do it through a river cruise, but I did it as a land destination. And that was the first time I had mulled wine. I won't say it was like my favorite drink, but it definitely kept me warm, which was nice because it was chilly. It was chilly. The Marienplatz, the main plaza there in Munich. I mean, you're right. If you had a drone and we're looking down, you're like, this stuff is photoshopped. So they have, think of Harry Potter Diagon Alley, but think even smaller little shops, standalone shops. So they have some that are obviously strung together, but then some of them have almost like these little mini trailers that they convert into a storefront, and they have food, they have knickknacks, not just Christmas theme, but of course a lot of that, but other things. And they're just local merchants, and they have their wares, the decorations that they do on these little, again, trailer-like fronts that are just plopped down around the plaza. Just amazing. And that's just in the main Marienplatz. Then you can take basically a subway or a subway, within 5-10 minutes, and you can go to these little other smaller markets that are outside the main plaza and just beautifully decorated. A lot of handcrafted items. So if you're somebody who is looking for things that are a little more unique and custom, you can find that there. And you're doing that with the backdrop of the huge church, the Gothic church, that's ringing the bell like every hour, and it sounds like an old school dong dong. And then I walk down this other pathway off the plaza, and they have a little mini. I won't say it wasn't a quartet. It was more like 7 people playing instruments, and they're playing the Game of Thrones theme song, which was like really cool. Yeah, it was. I had a phenomenal time. Food, amazing.
Yeah. Schnitzels.
Honestly, I wish I would have brought an extra suitcase. I would have bought a lot more than what I did, but I couldn't buy as much because I didn't plan on buying a ton of stuff, but I would have. I mean, there was some really cool things.
Well, another good thing about cruising, here in this case, you need to fly there first, unless you take like a transatlantic. But in cruise, you don't have limit of luggages.
Right.
But of course, in this case, you need to fly first. So yeah, no, I agree. The decoration, the lights, the music across the board, the atmosphere, always very convivial, very family oriented. People are happy. They're just out having a good time. You can really taste very specific dishes, like I said, from not only from the country, but from the time of the year. And then tons of warm alcohol. Like that keeps you warm because it's cold, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
So this is really something that I'm looking forward to. And I wanna add something. It's not, I know I'm talking about those main countries now. They do Christmas market everywhere in Europe. Okay. So I'm not saying there are not other destinations for that. So of course Italy and Spain have also, and France, south of France. So you can do like a river cruising like more south, but they are less popular, or they're less triggered like the north of Europe, the west Europe, where it's very, very like typical and popular. But you can experience that in other countries as well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So we talked about the kind of vendors you mentioned. Like that's my little favorite for river cruising and my waterways, but you have others. So of course, Viking is the biggest one, and Viking are great. I don't wanna sound like I don't like Viking. Viking is just more. It's just bigger. Like they have like tons of fleets. Now the ocean cruising as well. They are just bigger. They're just different. But the food is outstanding. We talked to some of our peers, friends during the conference that just went on all three. Actually, they went this year to Viking river cruising, Ama Waterways river cruising, and Avalon, and they loved all three. But they had something the best there. The food was best there. The service was best on the other one. So a mix of the three would be the best one, I guess. But it's just a little preference because I had a chance to meet the owners, and you had the chance to meet one of the co-owners as well. So there's a couple, husband and wife. The wife was actually at the conference with Martini, who is one of the ship managers. She's extremely funny and
high energy.
Yeah, she's from Eastern Europe, Czechoslovakia, and she grew up in Prague, and she will be one of our guests very soon.
Yeah.
So
they'll see firsthand.
Yeah,
energy.
she's woof.
Yeah.
I don't know if we will have a chance to ask more than one question, and she's gonna just wrap it up. But it's all positive. But yeah, no, that's the reason. But Viking, of course, they have so many opportunities because they have so many ships. Availability, sorry.
Right.
Ama is also a lot, but nothing close to Viking. And Avalon is also a very good one that is well known everywhere, but definitely also for Egypt, like Ama. And so, but they have Avalon have those rooms that are just set up differently. I don't know if you like river cruising and you are looking online to find which one fits you most. You probably saw those pictures, and that's client love that. Is the bed is actually facing towards the balcony. So basically you have the balcony and the bed, so the feet of the bed are in front of the balcony. So that's another experience. You literally lay on bed, like the balcony is open, and you see, the cities as you sail, because it's river cruising, so you go through cities. So this is something that attracts a lot of clients because they want to experience the fact to be just laying down and then sipping your coffee in the morning and have like literally the view directly. All the other one are just face the other direction. So they are known for that. So a lot of their commercial marketing are made with those rooms who are facing balcony. So if you want to experience something different, Avalon is definitely a great option as well. Then you have Uniworld. Uniworld is a more luxurious kind of brand. I had a couple of clients sailing on those. Usually they do like a longer one, 20 days, 22, 26 days and things like that. But they do some shorter as well. But they has a little higher level of luxury and of course price tag is also different. And then after that you have all the yacht option that do also through river. But it's for another time. But the main one are literally those four. So Ama, Viking, Avalon, and Uniworld.
Yeah. No, and those ships are more intimate, right? It's different from the standard ocean cruising ships. They're obviously not as large typically because they're going on rivers and things like that. So it's intimate. To your point, you go through cities. Like imagine you're sitting out, you have the balcony open, like you said, you're in the bed having mulled wine, let's say, drinking that. We won't go coffee, we go mulled wine.
Sponsored by
and you
mulled
open
wine.
it up and you're going past the market and you're hearing carolers. Like there's carolers in some of these markets, that they're doing like old school caroling, singing their little hearts out and stuff. And then, you go through these markets, I was alluding to it, but you got these handcrafted ornaments. Like there's some people who are really big into collecting ornaments and displaying them on their trees and stuff. I mean, you got people who are spending countless hours crafting these handcrafted ornaments. They're one of a kind. And the price is not going to break the bank, at all, but it's something that's truly unique. Candidly, if you mentioned like the Rhine, the countries along the Rhine, the Danube and stuff like that. But I mean, you go down through Germany, and you never want to underestimate German schnapps, right?
Schnapps and Schnitzel.
So you may pivot from mulled wine to schnapps and really start caroling yourself. La 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 la.
Yeah, you will be the attraction after that.
Oh, Tannenbaum, oh Tannenbaum. Yeah. So I mean, it's just a different experience. And when you think about travel, everyone has different reasons for travel and different experiences you want. But if you haven't done the river cruising or you haven't gone to the Christmas markets in Europe, it is an experience. It is something very different than the standard travel experience. And in my opinion, a worthy bucket list item. And if you have done it and you've, let us know, shoot us an email, give us some comments. Like what were some of your favorite places that you visited, or what were the river cruises that you went on, and what did you like, or what were things that you thought could have been a little different, and we can help guide you to maybe some of those ones that have some of the things that you were looking for. But just an amazing type of time to go. And if you are intrigued by this, again, I'm going to repeat this a couple times, and you're thinking about doing it for 2025, book it now. Get it booked now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the last thing I want to say about about this in general is excursions. Because even though it's a Christmas market, you still have time to do excursion as well during the day. So usually Christmas market, it starts early, but it's more evening kind of thing. So during the day, you can do that. So Viking offers like one excursion, including the price, per destination. Waterways have unlimited, so you have literally the book of all the. That's also something when people say, "Well, river cruising is more expensive." Yeah, but it includes pretty much everything. When you go river cruising, 90% of the time it includes your food, your drinks, everything. Like,
and sometimes they're overnight, right?
You do overnight because you are in cities. It's easier to just let your 200, 180 sailors or 200 sailors go, and then you can come back on the ship or you can stay on the land. So you have a lot of options. But Avalon offers also like one option of excursion, a destination. And so that's cool. So you don't have to only do Christmas market, but it's gonna be the main theme, and it's the kind of thing you do once in your life. Once you saw it, you love it, but you're probably gonna try something different next time. So it's really something. If it's in the bucket list, it's gonna be until it's done, and then you can move on to the next one on your list.
Yeah, and you mentioned all those things are included. You forgot to mention mulled wine. Mulled wine is usually included.
Yeah, I will contact the brand of mulled wine, whatever brand they have, and I will ask them to sponsor this.
I actually wasn't a huge fan, but it's worth trying. We're trying to do it. But so I have some quirky fun facts and trivia to share real quickly about Christmas markets. So the origin of Christmas markets The very first recorded Christmas market was in Germany. That's probably not a
No
surprise. But in the 14th century, the
Oh, wow.
1300s. So there you go. A quirky cruise condition, or tradition, not condition, sorry, is singing carols with the captain. So la 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 la, get your voice going on that one. And then, did you know Vienna's Christmas markets use eco-friendly cups for their Glühwein? I'm sure I'm butchering how I say that. So you can sip sustainably. So if that's important to you, check those out. So, river cruising isn't just a vacation. It truly is an experience. Hopefully we conveyed that well and you got that impression. We tried to paint a good picture for you, but check it out online. Call us at Nick Menard and Associates Dream Vacations. We can show you some different things, the itineraries, but definitely if you haven't done it, strongly consider it. It would be mind-blowing, and what a gift to think about getting ahead of your 2025 holiday shopping, getting that in place. But I'll let you close out with some closing thoughts on your
Now, again, you said it perfectly. I was going to close it like that. So we rarely prepared, if any time, like what we're going to say. We just have a topic of conversation and we go for it. And I think that's what a lot of people like, is that we're not scripted. But the experience is what matters. And I do believe in travel, you can go so many places. You can experience so many things. But if you just go for one reason about travel, just make sure that you are trying to find the experience that you're looking for the most and enjoy that experience, share that with others, and then go to the next one. And it's going to be a lot more rich than just trying to check the box for a country or this specific destination. So embody the experience, and river cruising is definitely a great way to do so, because you can check so many boxes, so many cities, so many countries in a short period of time.
Yeah, totally agree. So hope you found this insightful, our winners, our listeners, and consider having that experience sometime in the near future for you and your loved ones. We will have a Wanderlust Wednesday episode drop on Christmas, so we'll stay true to that. But want to wish all of you a happy holidays and with your loved ones, and in this spirit of time of joy. So regardless of your reason of celebrating, whether it's around the religious aspects or not, you can always celebrate the spirit behind the holiday, and that is enjoy and giving. So we hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please make sure you subscribe, share, and follow. Two for the win. Spread the word. Give us your feedback, thoughts, topics, and we will see you on Friday for Fanatic Friday. So take care, winners.
Bye, winners.